Hello, my name is Nathan Rocco, and I created this screencast to introduce you to the amazing app called Explain Everything. In this presentation, I will be talking about how to use Explain Everything in your own classroom, how to start a new project in Explain Everything, how to use the various functions of the toolbar in Explain Everything, how to record and narrate a slide, how to save a Explain Everything presentation, and lastly, how to upload a presentation to your iPad, Google Docs, YouTube, or Vimeo. There are many great uses for using Explain Everything in your own classroom. A few uses for Explain Everything are teacher-generated presentations. A teacher can create Explain Everything presentations that can be used to teach important concepts to your students. They can easily be posted on Schoology for your students. You can flip your classroom by creating Explain Everything screencasts. Using this concept, students would view your Explain Everything presentations at home or outside of school, and when they come to school, they would be prepared to practice and reinforce the concepts they learned in the screencast. This is a great way to maximize class time. Students can use Explain Everything for themselves by creating engaging Explain Everything presentations about a concept they learned in class. Lastly, teachers can use Explain Everything for assessment. A great way to do this is to give your students a rubric. Students can follow the rubric and create an Explain Everything presentation that demonstrates their understanding of a learning target, a state standard, or just an important concept in class. These are just a few of the ways to use Explain Everything in your own class. Starting a new project in Explain Everything is easy. You need to start in the Home menu. The Home menu will look like this when you first open the Explain Everything app. To create a new template, you simply press the plus button in the upper left-hand corner. Choose the desired colors from your template, click it, and you're ready to go. In order to create a screencast on Explain Everything, you will need to familiarize yourself with the tools that are offered in Explain Everything. The first tool that I'd like to talk about is the pointer. By clicking on the pointer, you have control to move objects on the screen. I can simply click on my text box and move it wherever I would like. I can also click and hold my text box and pinch my fingers apart to increase the size, or pinch my fingers together to decrease the size. I can also turn my objects simply by moving my fingers around. I can drag my objects anywhere I like using the pointer feature. The next tool is the pencil. Using the pencil, you can draw shapes, you can write letters, and simply annotate anything you'd like on the screen. The next tool is the marker. Using the marker, you can select the size of your marker. If you'd like a very thick marker, you can click to the right, or a narrow marker, click to the left. Using the marker, just like the pencil, you can draw lines, shapes, and annotate whatever you would like. The next tool is the shape tool. By clicking on the shape tool, you can choose a shape to add to your Explain Everything presentation, such as circles, squares, arrows, and stars. If I'd like to add a square, I simply click on the square, click on the main template screen, click on the screen where I would like my square, and simply drag a square. I can then move the square wherever I'd like on the screen. The next tool I'd like to talk about is the text tool. The text tool is found right here, and it looks like A. By clicking on the text tool, I can now click anywhere on the screen and create a text box. So for example, if I'd like to create a text box to name my toolbox, I can simply click near my toolbox and I can type toolbox. When I'm done typing, I click on the main screen and I can then move the title toolbox wherever I'd like on the screen. The next tool is an extremely important tool in Explain Everything, and that is the Add Content button. When I click the plus or Add Content button, it gives me 6 different options of materials that I can add to my Explain Everything. The first option is to add a photo or video. You can also add existing sound. You can actually add math equations, a new photo, a new video, or you can even incorporate a web browser into your Explain Everything presentation. So if I'd like to add a photo to my presentation, I simply click on Add Photo. Immediately, several options are brought up where you can choose where to upload your photo from. The most simple one is to upload a photo from your iPad. To upload a photo from your iPad, you click on Photos, and you can simply select the photo you would like to upload. So I'd like to upload this light bulb. Clicking on the light bulb brings up the editing screen. You can change the size of your picture, you can crop it, or you can cut out what part of the picture you'd like. When you're happy with your picture, you click Done. Your picture will appear into your presentation and you can simply move it wherever you would like on your screen. The next tool I'd like to talk about is the Delete Content tool. As you can see, I have a lot of random objects on my screen, and I would like to delete some. When you click the Delete Content button, all you have to do is click on an object, and it will be highlighted with a box and an X. If you'd like to delete it, you click the X. So I'm going to try to delete my light bulb. I click on it, hit the X button, click on my light bulb, hit the X button. This time I'd like to delete the squares. Click on my squares. You can see deleting material is very easy and Explain Everything. Another tool I'd like to talk about is the I button or the Illustrator button. This is the Illustrator button. Using the Illustrator button gets into some more advanced features of Explain Everything. You can use the Illustrator button to lock objects into place so that you can't move them on the screen. You can arrange objects so you can move objects in front of other objects or behind other objects, and you can also edit objects. The next tool is the Reverse Activity tool. So by clicking this, you can reverse any action you just took, or you can forward the action. So if you accidentally delete something, you can just reverse your last delete by using this tool. The last tool I want to talk about is to change the color of something. As you can see, you have 3 different colors in this menu. If I'd like to change the color of something, I simply click on an object on the screen using the pointer. And if I'd like to change my type to green, I simply just click on the color. If I want to choose from a different color, I can double click on the screen and I can choose whatever color I would like my type to be. These are the basic tools in Explain Everything. Once you have created the content on your Explain Everything slides, You are now ready to record and narrate your slides. The recording toolbar is on the bottom of your screen. There are several options on the recording toolbar. First, notice that the time of your recording is shown right here. To start a recording, you simply press the red circle button. Once the button is pressed, anything you say or anything you type or anything you do on the screen will be recorded live. These recordings can be played back and edited at a later time. So if I wanted to record a screencast for my students to talk about the motion of a car, I could simply press the red button and I could talk about the motion of the car as I move it along the screen. So when I'm ready to play back my recording, I hit stop, and if I'd like to replay back my recording, I then can click the green play button. And as you just saw, the car motion was played back on the screen. This is a very powerful feature of Explain Everything that gives you the ability to create interactive presentations that explain concepts. Students love being able to animate and explain what they've learned in class. There are other advanced features of the record and narrating process that I can teach you more about in person. It is very important to periodically save your presentation and explain everything. Your presentation is not saved automatically. If you do not save your presentation periodically, you could lose all your progress. Thankfully, it's very easy to save your presentation. In order to save your presentation, you need to click the button that is shown here, that is a square with a downward arrow. When clicking the button, you simply need to type in a name for your presentation and click Save. After that, your presentation is saved. Don't forget to periodically save your presentation. Once your presentation is saved, you're ready to upload your presentation. To upload your presentation, you need to click on the box with an upward arrow. By clicking on this box, you will have several options for how to upload your presentation. The simplest option is to upload it to your iPad photos. By clicking on the photos, it will create a MP4 video that will be uploaded to your iPad. You could also upload it straight to YouTube, Google Drive, Vimeo, OneDrive, and many other options. Once your Explain Everything video is in a video format, you can do many different things with it. In this screencast today, we learned how to use Explain Everything. We learned methods to incorporate Explain Everything into your own classroom. We discussed a variety of different tools you can use to create your Explain Everything presentation. We learned how to narrate and add audio to our slides. And finally, we learned the importance of saving our Explain Everything presentation and how to upload our finished presentation. Thank you for listening to this presentation. We look forward to helping you use Explain Everything in your own classroom.